I think this season's been really important because I think we did have two big losses in the middle of the season. We lost to Trinity and Middlebury in the regular season, and that I think fired us up for the second half of the season. We were ready to work hard, just get better every single day. Met them again in the NESCAC tournament, which was exciting, obviously, then to beat Middlebury.
So last weekend, even without looking at the teams who were in it, I think it was huge, not only as a senior class, but as for Bowdoin women's lacrosse in general. We hadn't made it to semifinal round in, I think it was 2006. Just getting over that hump of the quarterfinal round and getting to semifinals was huge. And then obviously looking at our opponent, Middlebury, we like to think of them as just a nameless opponent, but obviously there's that connotation of it is mid, and we haven't beat them in 30 years. Coming off that field after the buzzer hit zero, and just, it was almost surreal. I don't know, I felt personally that I just accomplished a lot. I know the team felt the way.
And even though we lost to Trinity, I still think all the losses we've had so far have taught us something, and I think, you know, even starting from this week in practice, we're going to start learning from that last loss, move on, keep getting better, just like we did with the losses in the middle of the regular season.
In the back of our minds, we were getting a bid, but we didn't know whether it'd be home, where we would be going, who would be playing. So just hearing that name, Bowdoin, when it comes up on the screen as like the NCAA showing, was huge. And like obviously the emotions were so high, everybody was screaming. And then it was kind of like snap back, right, what do we do now? Like, where do we start working? Who are we going to play? What do we have to do to be that national championship team in the end?
I think as a team, we're excited to just play for something bigger, to meet teams we haven't seen before, to keep getting better every day, because I don't think we've reached our potential yet. I think we played really, really well, but I think we can always get better.
Our opponents coming in are actually a team that we played my sophomore year, Bridgewater State potentially, or St. Joe's of Maine. And I think it's just a great way to look at not necessarily who we could possibly play in the future, but just taking one game at a time and really not taking any team in this bracket for granted.
We're a team that does really well when we pick each other up, when we get better together, when we focus on what we can do well. So I think when you go into the NCAA, when you're playing teams that are not in your conference, so you see them once every few years or not at all, I think it's important to just focus on how you know how to play lacrosse and let them match your style.